Hey guys, so to start this video I want to say that cleaning and overhauling been long time overdue. Under that, what I mean, it means need to be put lots of effort, time and attention to clean up the mess in trucking. Yeah, it's really a mess. I just saw the video that a scam got exposed when they make a hole in a shirt at the DMV and put the iPhone or put the camera, and they had the earbud in the ear. So someone sitting outside the DMV watching the tests and give him the correct answers. To be honest, I knew about this scam probably since 2014, because when I got my license in 2014, when I was getting my license, I had no money whatsoever, so I couldn't afford the school. I print out the handbook, Florida's handbook. At the time I was in Florida, and I studied it all by myself. I studied it, and like 3-4 days later, I went to DMV and passed the test. I remember the lady was asking me, what part of the test you want to take, like air brakes, combination vehicle, pre-trip. I said, all of them. She's like, all of them? Huh. And then 10 minutes later, I'm coming back and passed these flying colors because I really studied it. I learned it and I wanted to know everything about it when I was getting my license. And then the cheapest school at that time was Metropolitan Trucking School. It's down south, Miami area, and Spanish community owned, I guess, school. It's actually a nice school, but I had only like $700 or $800 at that time. That was enough to pay for some driving, pre-trip, and for the test. And I actually passed it the first time. A few years later, maybe a year later, I met a few guys who told me that there was a school in Orlando that were helping out, of course, for profit, Russian-speaking drivers to get the license. Later on, I know that that school was busted, and I'm not 100% sure. You guys can look it up. I'm not 100% sure what the charges was. As far as I remember, they went through confiscations. They confiscated all the equipment and whatever money, and they shut it down. But that scam was circulating since around 2015, 2014. They've been putting a hiding camera. They put in a headphone, hiding headphone, somebody on a tablet sitting outside and gives them the correct answer. I knew about this scam, and I guess other people knew about it too. And yeah, it needs to be taken care of. Another thing, just imagine somebody getting in the country illegally or even legally, but he don't understand culture, don't understand how the things are going, don't understand whatsoever, and he's getting his license, a CDL license, for $300-$500, $2,000, I don't know how much, but his opinion at everything's possible in the United States. His opinion that he's above the law. when I was getting my license, I was scared to fart in a public place. I always watch myself. I learn. I talk with experienced drivers, so I won't make a mistake. That's how I was. And right now, even I'm immigrant. My concern is that such actions, they destroy in United States. They against citizens of United States. Why me or some other citizen should experience inconvenience because of you guys? You guys wanna be making American dollars, came from overseas. You like be paid in US dollars, right? Yeah, I know that. But you don't wanna you treating Americans like shit. You really do. I believe we all know that United States built from immigrants, right? So I believe uh, before they let somebody in, they should give him some type of test, IQ test, history test, culture test. If he passes the test, if he have any some sufficient knowledge in English about history of United States and stuff like that, about culture, then you may be considering him for immigration and permanent residency. But if that person not eligible, not willing to learn 200-300 words at least to read how what type of culture is here and just getting here to make American dollars and send them all overseas, what the point of having them in the United States? What benefit? Zero benefit, only downside. And all that scam, what's going on around, I really, it's got to such an extent that it's time for it to be stopped. It's getting out of control. And another issue, I want to talk about some short video I got on my channel where I encountered the Indian gentleman, and maybe I was a little bit rude to him, but I explain you why. I was going about my day, not touching, not bother no one. And all of a sudden, the guy decided to block me. And when I ask him to move, he shows me a finger. And then what do you expect me to say? And how you expect me to react? Why I have to deal with somebody's stupidity? Why? So, if at the time where I came out of the gas station, I see him blocking me, and if he was standing next to my truck, and he would have said, "Oh man, I got a problem with my truck. I'm sorry," then I would have helped him if he really has a problem. But if somebody has a nerve, block me, if there is like 10 open spots available both directions, and when I ask him to move, he shows me a finger, that's gonna be the response. The same way he given respect to me, the same he treats me like shit, I'm gonna treat him 3 times worse. That's simple. So, and lately it's been a lot of news coming out about Indian drivers, and you guys all know that I'm not making things up. I'm not doing that. Whatever I'm saying, I'm knowing for a fact. That's a fact. I'm gonna tell you one little story that I know. You can Google it up. You can find that video. So in India, they opened up a water park, like slides and pools, really like modern, nice, great park. And at the day when they opened, it was a huge line. So people were getting in, but it was taking slow. After half hour, some guys just started jump over the fence. Then they broke the gate, and in 2 hours, the park was completely destroyed. Look it up. Everything was torn apart. The pools were full of debris and stuff like that. So that's the culture up there. Sometimes people from that culture are not really ready to, to get along in this culture. I'm not saying that don't let them in or deport all of them. That's not the point. I like all the nations. I'm honest right now. I like all the nations, but we need to make sure everyone get along. They on a such low level, so for us and for them as well to be more comfortable, it should be like a little rule or a little program that they go through. They learn about the culture. They learn about differences. They learn how to behave in public, stuff like that. Of course, they need to learn the language. So that's my view, my opinion on that. So everybody should be respectful and treat everybody correctly, and then everybody can be happy. All right, guys. Thank you, and let me know what you think about that. And I appreciate your support. I appreciate your comments. Really do. Thank you, guys.